Good morning, it's Top Stories in 5 minutes with Lulu Fadoju. It's the night of November 2020. I'll be starting with the Punch newspaper. My first story, FG will prioritize completion of road bridge projects, Fashola. The federal government will focus on the completion of ongoing road and bridge projects in the country rather than beginning new ones in the implementation of the 2021 budget. Take lessons from Biden, address nepotism, PDP tells Buhari. The People's Democratic Party has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to take lessons from the post-election remarks of the President-elect of the United States, Joe Biden, by addressing the divisiveness, nepotism and marginalization which have become the hallmarks of his administration. UTAS can be ready in 3 weeks, says ASU. The Academic Staff Union of Universities have said the University Transparency Accountability Solution can be ready in 3 weeks if the federal government is committed. Reps panel demands NNPC's response to alleged $20.3 billion withdrawals. The House of Representatives has accused the General Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mele Kyari, of refusing to respond to an audit query issued against the corporation over alleged illegal withdrawals from the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Limited's dividends account totaling $20.30 billion. Jonathan canvasses e-voting, berates politicians over violence. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has advocated the adoption of electronic voting system by Nigeria to eliminate electoral malpractices and violence. INEC, Yakubu begins 5-year second term today. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, will today begin a fresh term. INEC can't disqualify Obaseki over certificate, says counsel. The Independent National Electoral Commission has said only the courts could disqualify Governor Godwin Obaseki based on the certificate he presented for re-election, noting that certificates presented are regarded as authentic until proven otherwise by the court. Rise in COVID-19 cases, fears over second wave as states shun safety protocols. We owe CBN more than 4 trillion naira, says AMCON. The managing director of AMCON, Mr. Ahmed Kuru, said the debt owed to the CBN could rise to almost 7 trillion naira by 2024 at the current rate of inflation. NBA president group chide FG over clampdown on NSAS promoters. The president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Olumide Akpata, has expressed displeasure at the clampdown by government on the leaders of the NSAS protesters. CP asks monarchs to warn youths against Oyo Fresh protest. The Commissioner of Police in Oyo State, Chuks Ewonwu, has said the police will not fold their arms and watch criminals shed blood of innocent persons in the name of any protest in the state. Kano Commodity Exchange Market begins operation first quarter of 2021. The Kano Gezawa First Commodity and Exchange Market, established by the Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, is to commence full operation with stockbrokers' activities in the first quarter of 2021. Now to the Guardian newspaper. FG considers hydrocarbons as additional foreign exchange earner. The Minister of State for Environment, Sharon Ikpeazu, has said the federal government is to develop hydrocarbon resources as additional foreign exchange earner and job creator for the nation's teeming youths. UN visits Nigeria, others today over COVID-19 pandemic. A United Nations delegation led by Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed will today visit Nigeria, Niger, Sierra Leone on post-COVID-19 recovery. Oyo shuts down institution over discovery of COVID-19 case. The Oyo State government has closed down a tertiary institution over the discovery of a COVID-19 case in the state. It therefore directed schools, workplaces and religious centers to ensure strict compliance with established protocols aimed at curtailing coronavirus in the state. Lagos APC, PDP differ over call to impeach Sanwo-Olu. While the PDP called for the State House of Assembly to impeach the governor on the basis of his self-confession, infraction and breach of oath of office in the recent NSAS protests, the APC described PDP's opinion as inconsistent, saying the opposition is always begging for attention to distract citizens of the state. Lagos government orders release of 253 NSAS protesters. The Attorney General of the state said his office had determined that there was a non-disclosure of a prima facie case against the 253 persons by the police. Diri canvasses higher derivation, says 13% not enough to develop Bayelsa State. Katsina government to end water scarcity with 20 million gallons. According to the governor Aminu Masari, his administration is dredging dams and upgrading treatment plants to increase water capacity. Court grants Ajulo leave to sue NDDC for misapplication of 40 billion naira. A federal high court in Abuja has granted leave to constitutional lawyer Olukayode Ajulo to sue the Niger Delta Development Commission for failure to grant his Freedom of Information Act request. The Zamfara government promises to continue negotiation with bandits for peace to reign. Emir links insecurity to homosexuality in North. The Emir of Birnin Gwari in Kaduna State has blamed illicit behaviors, particularly sodomy and lesbianism, for insecurity and other woes in the North. And that's all for today. Thanks for listening. I am Lulu Fadoju. Have a wonderful day.